What is your just overall, just like your thought of that territory and Jim Cornette?
Oh, Jim Cornette, I love him. Look, if you if you don't know Jim Cornette, he might rub you the wrong way. But I grew up knowing him, and so he's going. You're going to know how he feels, and I appreciate that. I'm a grown man. You hurt my feelings, I'm gonna move on. And Jimmy, he might hurt somebody's feelings, but that's him. He he is honestly, and I know your listeners probably are not going to believe this. He's a good dude and a loving, caring man. He is, and um, he he was just he had a vision and he wanted to make my dad the Smoky Mountain commissioner and bring me in as a wrestler. Then I went to Japan and came back and he put a mask on me and let me have about a year long run. And all the time that I'm having this run under the mask, he's building my dad up as the commissioner, only to have me at the end of the year unmask and be Bob Armstrong's son. Oh my God. You know what I mean? And he had this storyline. He presented it to me well before any of it started taking place. And he saw it all the way through. Jimmy's business. He's business. And Smoky Mountain was the last, I always say, oh, it was the last real territory. It was, and it was a lot of fun. Man, we had a lot of fun. And the houses weren't huge. The big shows would be at Knoxville Coliseum. Those would be big shows, and we'd draw good crowds. But like, look, we'd be in Beckley, West Virginia, or Pineville, Arkansas, or Kentucky, or Pikeville, Kentucky. Harlan, Kentucky. It's smaller towns, but look, if you ever went to any of these towns, the only way to get there is through 100 miles of winding mountain road. And all of a sudden you come in and there's their high school and we wrestle at their high school, and the high school would fill up and you go, wow, man, this is crazy. But those people back then didn't have a lot to do. So when Smoky Mountain came to town, they'd show up to watch it. And, but just, man, good crew, really good crew. The Harris twins were there too, man. Had some great matches with those guys, and just a lot of fun, man. I really Tom and Jimmy Del Rey, the Heavenly Bodies. That was Jimmy's team, and me and my brother Steve had a lot of matches with those guys, and just a lot of fun, man. It was a blast. But yeah, a lot of respect for Jim Cornette. And I know you probably won't hear that a whole lot, but I love him. I do.